Hi beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to do another unfiltered opinions on new makeup releases. I want to talk about some new stuff that's coming out in the makeup world. You know, a lot of it I'm probably not going to buy, that's just how it is. But I like to know what's happening. You know, I like to know and I like to give you my thoughts on it. So that's what we're going to do today. Let me know your thoughts on these things down below, and as always, it's just makeup. If we disagree on something, it's cool, you know. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and get started. But one quick thing. I know I always say let's get started and there's always something else before that, but I do want to give a quick shout out to my small business, theopencrib.com. It's where my spiderweb earrings and choker with the crow skull are from today, and I've added a bunch of new things that I'm like kind of proud of, like little metal cuff things that I put the pattern on and then I like bend to shape myself using like a little tool. That was fun. There's also some other new things up there as well, so check it out. I'll leave a link down below. Thank you so much. I'm gonna like do a video soon where it was a suggestion for one of you guys where I talk about like small business, like things I've learned and basics and necessities, and I'll also show some of my new releases in that video too, where I can like give a real spiel about it because it's not the time to do it right now, but yeah, okay, let's go ahead and get started with these makeup releases. Okay, so firstly, this isn't like a new product. This is actually the news that Sephora is dropping some TikTok influencer brands from their online shop and in stores. So this is the brands Item Beauty by Addison Rae, which launched in 2020, and then Selfless by Hiram, which I think he's a skincare influencer, if I'm correct. I'm not really sure, which launched in 2021. So both of those will no longer be in the Malls of America or in Sephora stores. So yeah, that's basically the news, that TikTok brands aren't really doing as well in Sephora's as they expected, which also I'm sure they have their own websites to produce their products and sell them as well. And then also Item Beauty is sometimes in Ipsy. So, you know, they're still out there, but it is the news that they're getting dropped. Also, I kind of wanted to make a video like talking about this, but I feel like the moment's passed and nobody really cares. That Morphe, like all their stores are closed like all of a sudden, like they gave people like 2 days before Christmas notice who works in those Morphe stores that there's no longer Morphe stores in the US. They have them in other countries and stuff, but the US stores, which is the main makeup market for Morphe, is like gone in stores. That's like their own stores. They're still in Ultas and everything. But there's always been rumors of Morphe going through bankruptcy and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like Morphe really messed up a lot along the way. Jeffree Star was a big seller for them. I know they dropped him because of all the dramas, and I totally get that business-wise. That makes a lot of sense. But I feel like that dropped a lot of their business, especially since things like Beautylist still carry those brands and is doing really well with it. And then the James Charles thing, and he's still a problem. I don't even keep up with drama. Like, I feel like it's like a bad mental health thing to consume that kind of content. But even I, like, saw stuff about that again and again and again, and then they had to drop the James Charles palette, but they didn't drop it enough, and then it was still in the Ulta stores until literally like 2 months ago. And Jacqueline has her own cosmetics brand, and she was doing a lot of selling for products for them as well, like with her original palette, and then her palette part 2, and then her Vault collection. So she was doing a lot of things. A lot of their customer base is based off of influencer collections. Like, they did a ton. I can't even tell you how many influencer collections they did and palettes and stuff. All their palettes look very, very similar. We all have those kind of shades already, and they do them 100 times over. Same thing with ColourPop, but ColourPop does it with really cutesy themes. Morphe looks exactly the same every single time, which was just doomed to fail. I don't know how it lasted as long as it did, personally. And then their quality, like, yes, it's drugstore, but it's like higher end drugstore prices. I think I own one Morphe product, or I might have decluttered it, and it is a lip color. But as far as like their brushes go, their brushes shed a lot. They're not the best. They also have a lot of white bristles or real hair bristles, which aren't the best for long-term use. So I'm not really surprised that they closed. That's my thoughts on that. They closed their stores. They're still a company. They're still a business. And they're probably doing really well with Ulta sales and stuff, because they're in every, like, they're always in the aisle right before you get to the register, you know, like, they're all in the outer, not an inner, they're not an inner aisle kind of deal. They're on the outer aisle of every Ulta store just from the layout. I feel like they're probably going to stay in business. I don't think they're going to shut down, but honestly, am I surprised their stores didn't make it? No, because the things that brought in like the big sales they weren't working with it anymore. Okay, so first product, since we talked about some like makeup-y news things first, let's talk about this new nighttime realness from Trixie Cosmetics. Now with Trixie Cosmetics, I love Trixie Mattel. I just find her vastly entertaining, you know, and I also just love supporting drag queen companies. So Trixie Cosmetics is one that always like catches my eye when it releases something. Sometimes I'm not into it, and I always wonder how far they can take her theme, like how many products. But this one, the nighttime realness palette, is so cute. I love the lash with this collection. It looks super spiky. The palette with the cool blues. I mean, obviously, like, I would do this same look I did today with this kind of blue palette. I think of Trixie wearing some blue eyeshadow and stuff, so this makes sense. I like it. News coverage for the night owls is what the little bag says. It's cute. I love the lash. I want the lash more than the palette, because I feel like I have blues, you know. But there's two icy white looking shades in here and kind of a gray. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like it. I think it's cute. I do worry, like, how long is Trixie Cosmetic gonna be a thing with it being like, this pink, blue, bloop, bloop, bloop. But like, I think every single one of them is cute. Like, is it something I would buy every time? No, but the theming is on point every time. New year, new Lunar New Year collection from makeup brands for some reason. But let's talk about these two from Nars and Urban Decay. So let's start off with the Nars one. The Nars one has a pressed powder, like just a translucent white powder, and then a little brush roll set of 4 brushes, 2 face, 2 eye brushes. And it's just, so this is the year of the rabbit, which I think is pretty cute. But it's just red and gold packaging like normal Lunar New Year things. For the Nars one, this could be any year, and it would be no difference, because there's nothing that tells you the year of the animal. There's nothing that really drives itself from like Chinese tradition or anything. It's just the red and gold, and it's like, this is the new year, new brush set. Like, it's the same thing in red packaging, at least with the Urban Decay thing, right? This is in collaboration with Robin Eisenberg, which they've done art with her before for like a little palette collection, which was, it was like dreamy packaging on that one. This Lunar New Year thing, the little quad palette, is super unnecessary as far as the color scheme goes. It's just like 4 red and yellow shades. I would use it though, like straight up I would use those colors. And the packaging is so pretty with this beautiful purple girl holding a rabbit. Like, I think the artwork on it's pretty. Also, maybe you don't like you don't love the quad, but everybody likes the all-nighter setting spray. So that makes sense for me more than just like no theming, just pinking things red for Nars. And Nars already has a lot of red packaging. Okay, I've been wanting to talk about this since January 3rd. Okay, I've been checking on this product constantly, and this was the weirdest launch. Like, bizarro launch. Okay, and then it's not even like fully launched yet. I don't know. Let's talk about it. This is the Quickie 24-hour multi-use hydrating full coverage concealer from Urban Decay. First of all, Quickie, funny. Okay, sure. I don't know what is up with this launch. So when you read the comments, because I saw this like as soon as it was posted, all the comments are bad. They're like, it's giving bacteria. I don't care what anyone says, but you can't forgive Urban Decay for discontinuing their Stay Naked concealer. Pretty boring with a sexual name. Thought we left that in 2016. Thought this was Makeup Revolution. I don't get it. Making things expensive for a brush is unnecessary. The packaging is giving L'Oreal. It's giving Clinique. Come on, Clinique. Shade range is awful. All the comments are bad, right? I'll screenshot a couple and I would have showed you. All the comments are bad. And it said available now when this first released. And I was like, God, I want a new concealer. So I went to go order it. And it was not, or okay, it was on Urban Decay's website, and you could look through the shades, you click on the shades, but there was the add to cart button was gone. Like, I would refresh the page or open a different browser and see if the buy now, like, there was no add to cart button for any of the shades. Some of the shades were sold out for some reason, even though there was no add to cart thing. Again, change the browser and everything. Even when you go to like the new arrivals on the Urban Decay website, which was a little bit hard to find, it showed that. And then when you click on it, you can't add the item to cart. And then I read this description because I still had it open on my phone and I was on my computer looking at the thing. I went to Nordstrom because it said Nordstrom, a few shades launched on Nordstrom, right? And it'll launch everywhere soon. So I was like, okay, let me go to Nordstrom and see what they got going on. You go on Nordstrom and it's like, oh, this product is no longer available. This product is sold out. It's no longer available. But I had seen this as soon as it was posted, and I immediately went to go look for it. So it maybe been up 20 minutes when I was looking to go buy this concealer because I wanted to be the first one to review it and like hopefully get good views on it, you know? But it was like no longer available. And then when I Googled it, I couldn't find this product, like any blogs or anything talking about this product being launched anywhere. So there's that. And then a couple days later, I like to stalk the Ulta new releases makeup section because I get curious. And I saw this and I was like, oh crap. So I bought it, right? You got to put it on the Ulta credit card, you buy it. And it was $33 with 24 shades. But it had been a couple days and I was like, oh, my order hasn't shipped yet. Even though there was nothing, I swear to you, there was nothing on the page when I was trying to make sure I would get it quickly. So I read everything on the description, everything on Ulta's website. There was nothing about this, like waiting on it to be ordered. But now when I go on the Ulta page, it tells me that it comes out on the 26th. Then tell me how half the shades were sold out. Even when I purchased it, like when it first went on Ulta's website and there was no notice of it being coming soon, there was already some shades sold out. Like the shade I wanted was already sold out. And like, how is this possible that it's like, it doesn't exist? Like this product doesn't exist. We'll see if it ever shows up to my house. According to Ulta now it says like 26th or something, but it hasn't shipped or anything. So we'll see. That was my whole charade with trying to get this concealer to review. I just thought it was notable that I usually don't have this issue getting a product, especially an Urban Decay product. Like, you're massive, you're everywhere, it should be easy to get your products. It was so weird. But the concealer itself, since I guess I should talk about it, I've talked everything else about getting the products. This is supposed to be a full coverage hydrating concealer, and I need that in my life, you know? I'm trying not to like go back to buying Shape Tape constantly, but I really love it. And then I'm running low on my KVD Good Apple, which I love. So I'm like, I need a new full coverage concealer. You have the Buff It option where you can leave the whole tube together except a little tiny cap on the top. And you could use a brush to use under eye, which is gonna grab bacteria. I understand the comments saying that. Or you could use like a regular thing. You can unscrew the cap and use the wand to apply it. But still you're touching your face, which gets bacteria and it goes back in the tube. People saying it's giving bacteria because there's a brush on the top are being really dramatic, because either way, it's touching your face and going back into your makeup drawer. Y'all are being dramatic saying the brush is gonna hold my bacteria. At least I can wash the brush. I'm not gonna wash the wand that goes back in there, and you know, dramatic. Anyways, the shade range in this, I think it's okay. I feel like on the deeper shades, they all look, like the last two look very similar, and I wish there was like one really deep shade. And as far as the fair shades go, it was a lot of, like the first 2 or 3 looked very similar. As far as the undertones go, they said they were different, but according to the pictures, like I thought they were very similar on the lightest couple. I did want the 10CP Cool Pinky tone, but that one was sold out, you know, when I went to go buy it. So I got the lightest shade because I thought the 20CP seemed a little peachy. So yeah, it's okay. It looks fine. I don't know why that was so hard to get or why people were freaking out. Like, the packaging might not be the best, right? And the quickie name, yeah, like, sure, haha, funny. But like, it's not as, people are like, I don't think they like Urban Decay anymore. I don't know. I talked about this briefly in a different video, like earlier this week or last week or something like that, but I want to touch on it here because it is a new makeup release. It is the Tarte Cravings Sweet Tarte Cravings eyeshadow palette. I normally don't like things that have different shaped pans because I'm like, just make them all uniform and pretty. The different shaped pans make me weirded out. I don't like it. But this one looks absolutely delectable. I know that's the point because it's like candy, chocolatey themed, but I love the deep, like even these swatches, this thing, the deep, rich, warm tones, it's looking beautiful. There are 9 everyday warm, neutral, taupe, and bronze shades and matte and shimmer finishes for $32. It's available everywhere. I know I have these colors, so I don't need it, but she's looking delectable. I know people probably want to hear me talk about this Winx collection with ColourPop, but honestly, it just makes me feel old. That's it. It has a Just Like Magic pressed powder palette for $24 with some really pretty shades. I feel like some of the shades are very light, but like there's a couple like blue purpley glittery shades in here that look so pretty. I really like it. I really like it. But I don't need that at all. I don't need it. And I also wish there was more green in that palette. Also, if we're gonna do a Winx palette, like I wasn't really a Winx girl. Like I would see it, you know, but Totally Spies? Totally Spies palette would be that. Or My Scene. Y'all remember My Scene? That was really good too. Next up, let's talk about two different kinds of like makeup tool things coming out in the world. So, into the world, you know. This is the Brow Magic from L'Oreal. This is a first at-home electronic brow makeup applicator that provides users with bespoke brows in seconds. So, it says this retails between $149 to $199 in price. It's like $200 for this product. It's available in 9 shades, so even it doesn't even pick your shade for you. So how to use it is you open the Brow Magic app on your phone and scan your face to like it'll read your facial features. Select your desired shape, thickness, and effect. Brush the Brow Magic primer through the brows. Move the printer across your face over your eyebrow. Apply a top coat finish to lock in the look, you know, like probably like a brow wax or whatever. And it can be easily removed with your regular makeup remover. It is printing brow makeup onto your face. Okay, maybe in 2013 or so, this would have been a cool, innovative product. But people don't care about their brows as much as they once did. There's a squirrel looking at me. It's gonna read your face. You're gonna pick your thickness and it's gonna put this on your face. It's just like the brow stamps and everything. And then those like filters on Instagram and TikTok, they like tell you your best brow shape and you draw it on using the filter. Except this is $150 to $200. Now that was kind of a gimmicky thing I would never purchase, but let's talk about something that I think this is really nice and I like seeing, like innovation and, you know, things like that. So this is from Lancome. I don't really know much about Lancome, but you know, it's very popular when you work at the Ulta. They sell a lot of Lancome. I was offered the position at the Lancome counter, which would have been a pay raise at Ulta, but I mostly use cruelty-free products, so I didn't feel like I'm gonna be the press representative for Lancome, you know? So this is the first AI-powered motion stabilizing device. The Hapta is designed to help consumers with hand and arm mobility challenges apply lipstick, foundation, eyeshadow, mascara. It's basically like a little, it looks like a little like think of a selfie stick, but you put your product that you need to apply on the top of it, and then it uses AI. It's like when you're shaky, it helps stabilize it for you. It's $199. So it is $200 just like the previous thing we talked about, but this makes so much more sense to me, especially people with disabilities or people, you know, older, I guess. So I just feel like this is really nice. I would like to see the price lowered a bit, but it's nice to see, like, I like this. This makes me happy that people are actually thought about who are a little more limited than the majority of people. I think it's lovely. This is beautiful and so thoughtful. Anyways, you guys, let's end this video on a positive note. That was super fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I never asked for a thumbs up. Sometimes I put the little like thing on the bottom of the screen, but like, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. The views are bleh. It's okay. It's January. Everybody is down right now. It's fine. Thank you guys so much. I will see you later. Have a lovely day. And if you feel like checking out my small business, I'd appreciate that too. Have a good day. Stay safe, and I will see you later. Bye, guys. I am all over the place today, aren't I?